was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a three-man or small forward, but what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
From 11 feet away, again the Hawks score.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here is Cephalosha. He's covered closely, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for Atlanta.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points here for Cousins.
You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Passes to Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Howard's checked in for Splitter. Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Korver in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Puts up the baby hook, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Kings making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he gets it to go.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The three-pointer, no good. And that does it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. Sacramento came out looking very confident. Some major league offense and that's it for halftime as the second half is just about.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Rudy Gay is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And there's Collison. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Koufos in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride. And, guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
To the paint. Here's Collison, and it's sent back by Howard. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Hawks making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in.
That's his first personal foul.
Cousins with it. 8 points for him. Down low, Koufos. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Korver for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
The Hawks making a switch here. Humphries checked in, and then for Sacramento. Quincy Ace has come in for Koufos, and it's Caspian for Rudy Gay.
And the Kings last season struggled with just about everybody. And the Eastern Conference was no different. Just couldn't get the wins they needed to keep pace in their conference.
Clark, the Kings last season only 11 wins in 30 games against the Eastern Conference. Only had more out of the conference wins than the Wolves last season. That was not a good number.
Yeah, and the Kings didn't have a winning record against any Eastern division either. So you can't make up ground in the West if you can't beat the teams in the East. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Casey's shot is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Schroeder passes to Korver. No one near him. Misses off the left iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the wide open shot from Collison. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Now it's a 6-point Kings lead. The Hawks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Collison. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Humphries, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. But they get it back. On the wing of Afflalo. Puts up a 3. And it's Caspi with the... Caspi's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Schroeder kicks to Sefolosha. There's the triple. Here's Korver. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Kings leading now by 5. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Howard. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Millsap in at the power forwards position. Bellinelli for 3. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Atlanta's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
The 3 from Korver. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Kings ball.
And so here's Sacramento. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Schroeder. Temple can't get it to go.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Kings.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Korver gets a wide-open look. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 12. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Barnes. Flalo comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Collison in for Bellinelli. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Here's Korver for 3. Atlanta again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Kings.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Bellinelli. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Korver for 3. Korver missing again. Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. .30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The 3 from Korver. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
24 seconds left in the game. It's good!
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake, and then see what happens after that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
So it's the
2K Sports postgame.